It's time to register to play our interactive game shows. Call 1-800-537-GAME. It's fast, it's fun, and it's free. You only have to register once to play forever on Game Show Network.
Everyone in this arena has a money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Convy.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Thank you for looking in, and stay where you are because you're going to have a good time. If you've been watching the last few days, you know that we've had these people on, and they have been delightful and entertaining, and it's been wonderful having them, and they'll be back. But this is their last time, so here they are. Winning money today for the blues section, Mr. Mickey Spelane and his wife, Sherri Spelane. Winning money today for the banana section, Alan Ludden and his wife, Betty White. And winning money today for the red section, country singer Bill Anderson and his wife, Becky Anderson. Oh, listen to that. Yeah. The red section. Wow.
He's got his fan club up there.
Red section just went bananas.
Those are my kind of folks right there.
Oh.
Boy.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens 30 minutes from now. But anyway, if you're ready to go, ladies and gentlemen, the question is for you, ladies, worth $150 to your rooting section. This is it. Ladies, suddenly one night, you and your husband feel romantic.
Okay. How about
Who turns off the lights? You, your husband, or do you just leave them on? Okay? Off you go, ladies. Goodbye. I love seeing their faces, and they can't. It's fun. Mickey, what will Sherri say to this?
Well, if they're going to get turned off, she'll turn them off, but we leave them on.
Aha! So nobody's going to turn. You just leave them on is the correct answer there.
I would say so, generally speaking, yeah.
Yes, I believe. I'm so quick. I got that right away. See, here comes Sherri. You leave them on.
I would,
Must
sure.
be French.
I'm Irish.
Sherri, suddenly one night you and Mickey feel romantic. Who turns off the lights? You or Mickey, or do you just leave them on?
Well, hell, if it's suddenly, we just leave them on.
That's right. That's what the man said.
As a matter of fact, if it's not suddenly, we just leave them on.
What was that, dear?
I said, as a matter of fact, if it's not suddenly, we just leave them on.
Yes, right. I got it. Any old time, the lights are on. Even if it's noon, you leave the lights on. Alan, what will Betty say?
You're what? You're Irish?
Absolutely.
You leave them on all the time, huh? Well, I tell you, Bert.
Yes.
I think sometimes it's because we're in this business under the lights all the time and everything. You know, you see enough of yourself when the lights are on.
Really? You do?
No, I turn
Not
the
where I
lights
work, I
off.
don't.
I'm the one who turns them off.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I look better in the dark. And I know I work better in the dark.
The old kissing bandit, eh?
You darn
okay.
right.
You work better in the dark, and so you turn the lights off, right?
Yeah, I'm the one who does it. Sometimes it surprises us and we don't get the lights off, but it's usually, I like it dark.
Yeah. Okay. Here comes Betty now.
Watch her blow the whole thing.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to kill Eugene Wood. Betty, suddenly one night you and Alan feel romantic. Who turns off the lights? You or Alan, or do you just leave them on?
First of all, you're close. You said one night. No question.
What do you say yeah for?
No question about it, Alan does.
That's right, he does. He turns them off. Betty, what do you think the reason is for Alan turning the one to turn off the lights like that?
I really don't know. I've never been in the mood to ask him.
Really didn't seem to matter at the time, did it? Thank you, Betty. I was just curious, that's all. What will Becky say, Bill?
Knowing her, she's liable to say anything. But I was just sitting here trying to think of the name of the Light and Power Company. I think it's the Mount Juliet, Tennessee Light and Power Company. We keep them in business. We just leave them on.
Leave them on, right. The Mount Juliet Light and Power Company.
That's not it, but that's close.
Where is your home?
In no man's land between Nashville and Mount Juliet, Tennessee.
Really? No man's land?
Just a little bit from Old Hickory, not too far from Lebanon, and pretty close to Watertown. You know where I'm talking about.
He's right, no man's land. That's right.
He owns the whole thing.
Yeah, right. Anything between Nashville and Tennessee, or whatever, Memphis. Here we go. I knew it was in that state. Becky will say, you just leave them on, correct?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Here she comes before I'm too old for the part. Becky, suddenly one night you and Bill feel romantic. Who turns off the lights? You, Bill, or do you just leave them on?
You're really going to get down to it, aren't you? We leave them on.
That's it. You got it. Everybody got it. 2 on and 1 off. We'll split that 3 ways, and we'll come back in a moment with question number 2. Who turns the lights on, my dear? Or do you leave them on? About to get into the Guinness Book of World Records. Which record would you have the best chance of making? Oh, they're trembling. They don't know what this is going to be. Spending the most time on the telephone, spending the most time shopping for clothes, or spending the most time on your hair and makeup? Which record do you think you could set and get into the Guinness Book of Records? Telephone, shopping, or hair and makeup? Off you go. Spending the most time thereon. And we'll start with you, Alan. What will Betty get in the Guinness Book of Records doing?
Oh, bananas, we're in clover.
Bananas in clover? Doesn't go well.
Bananas, we're in clover, that's an expression.
I see.
But Betty couldn't set it, she did set it.
She did?
Yes, she has the record for spending the most time on the telephone.
Aha. She likes to talk on an old telephone.
Well, she doesn't like to talk just generally on the telephone. She talks a long time to certain people on the telephone.
Yeah, like who?
Like her mother.
Right.
And certain other people. But mostly she does have a real telephone life.
Yes.
She may say that it's something else, but again, what does she know?
That's true. It is the telephone, though.
I think so.
Okay, here she comes. Betty, which record would you have the best chance of making? Spending the most time on the telephone, spending the most on shopping for clothes, or spending the most time on hair and makeup?
Alan says someday he's going to get me a great big black earring for this year to match the telephone coming out of this one.
That's the one, and you got it. You know, I've been accused of having telephonitis too. Do you do it because you want to, or do you feel that it's a necessity that things have to be done?
Well, if anything happens, if a leaf falls or anything like that, I have to call my mother and tell her about it, you know. So I think mine is just more because I don't talk to other people that much. We get a lot of incoming calls, but I pick up the phone a lot to talk to her.
Right, got it. Thank you. You're right again. Bill, what will Becky say?
You remember me telling you about the Mount Juliet Light and Power Company?
Yes, sir.
That ain't nothing compared to the Mount Juliet Dollar General Store.
Hey.
She buys clothes like there's going to quit making them at noon.
She does, huh?
Uh-huh.
But you own the store, don't you?
Yeah.
I feel like I do.
Okay, shopping it is, huh?
Yeah, I
she
think
likes
so.
to shop.
Yeah.
Why not? Here she comes. Becky, which record would you have the best chance of making? Spending the most time on the telephone, spending the most time shopping, or spending the most time on your hair and makeup?
Oh, shopping.
That's the one. Wasn't that easy, was it?
Well, I hesitated.
What was that, Becky?
I hesitated because I'm a licensed makeup artist, and I was afraid maybe he said makeup, but I spend much more time shopping.
You sure do.
Yeah, that's what the fellow said.
So I'm glad you...
Bill, leave it alone now. You're doing fine. You don't want to press. Vicky,
What did he say?
No, nothing at all, dear. What was Sherri
Okay,
saying?
all right.
Well, Sherri had her druthers. She'd have a great big house filled with nothing but closets. So she'd spend all her money shopping.
She likes to
No matter
shop.
what she says, that's what she'd do.
I think all women like to shop. Why not? I think that's nice. Shopping it is. Here she comes. Sherri, you're about to get in the Guinness Book of Records. Which record would you have the best chance of making? Spending the most time on the telephone, spending the most time shopping, or spending the most time on your hair and makeup?
I think I have a terrible case of telephonitis.
No!
No?
That's not what he said.
Oh!
Mickey, tell Sherri what you said.
Shopping, honey.
Oh, those were
Good
the old
gravy.
days.
She got church accounts for. Oh, I'm glad to hear that for my sake. Then I can tear up all those charge accounts.
Yeah, right. Now you can just
Something
spend
good will come out of this.
I haven't been
Sure, just make
shopping
local
in
calls and you'll be fine.
Oh, no, he sits there with a timer and he said, gee, you were only on the phone for an hour this time. What happened?
Whoa.
Oh,
Sorry about that, dear. Well, Betty and Alan, Becky and Bill get it. Split it in half at halftime. We'll change places, gentlemen. We'll come back in a moment with the second half of Tattletales. See you after this message.
Go refill your eggnog. Buzzer's Betty White Christmas returns after this. It's beginning to look a lot like a Betty White Christmas. Back to the festivities.
Alan, you and Bill have $125. Mickey, you have $50. Long way to go. It's not over. Fellas, this one is for you. It's also $150. Men, you get home early one afternoon and discover a dozen teenage girls have broken into your yard and are skinny dipping in your pool. They tell you it's all part of their sorority initiation, and they have to spend another hour there. Would you let them stay, or would you ask them to leave? Okay? Think that one over. Goodbye. Oh, the looks on their faces. Where we started? We'll start with you, Becky. What would
Well,
Bill do?
with me. Oh, Bill would probably join them.
He would, eh?
No, really, I don't think he would. Well, he might, but he wouldn't run them off.
He
Anyway,
wouldn't.
No.
He'd let them stay.
Yeah, he'd let them stay. We, in Mount Juliet, we need a little excitement. So.
Yeah. Well, you get it. I can assure you.
Yeah.
You're gonna. He would let them stay. Okay.
Oh, yeah, he'd let them stay.
Yeah. Do you have a pool there?
Oh, he'd probably serve refreshments. You know.
Okay. He will let him stay. Here comes Bill. Bill, these teenage girls have broken into your yard. They're skinny dipping in your pool, and they tell you they got to do it as part of their initiation, and they have to spend another hour there. Would you let them stay there, or would you ask them to leave?
I'd ask him in for milk and cookies. I want him to stay. You made me pretty good.
I think Becky has you nailed pretty good, Bill. She got that on the button. Sherri, what about Mickey? What's he going to do?
Oh, he'd let him stay. He'd invite him back for the following day and ask them to bring their older sisters.
Hey, bring their older sisters, eh? He'll let him stay. I got the feeling that all three guys, you don't know. Do you have a pool?
No.
No?
But if we had one, he would.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so they'll dig one. They'll work it out. You'll say yes. You let him stay. Here he comes now. If we can get one. Mickey, what are you going to do? These teenage girls break into your yard, and they go skinny dipping in your pool, and they tell you it's part of their sorority initiation. They have to spend another hour there. Would you let them stay, or would you ask them to leave?
Now, where could they go? I tell them to stay.
That's right. Where are they going to go? Okay. Betty, what about in Alan's case? What would he do?
Well, if he was sure I was still at the market, where I log a lot of time, he loves young people, female persuasion particularly, and with all that going for him, I think he would still be a little ticked off that they broke into his yard. I really think he'd ask them to leave.
Okay, there you go. Now, that's an honest answer, because there is a key word in there. They have broken into your yard. True story. You'll say he would ask them to leave.
I think so.
Here he comes. Well, you don't know. You get home early one afternoon.
Yeah.
Alan, you discover a dozen teenage girls have broken into your yard and are skinny dipping into your pool.
Yeah.
They tell you it's part of their sorority initiation, and they have to spend another hour there.
Oh.
Would you let them stay, or would you ask them to leave?
You say a dozen?
Yes, sir.
12? That's a nice round number. With
That's
any luck.
24.
I'm a very hospitable man. I would have no reason to make them leave. I would think another hour would be nice.
No, that's not what Betty said. But tell him why you said that, Betty, because it was a good reason.
Well, the key word, I think, was broken, and I've heard you on the subject of the privacy of your property, and I think even though they're gorgeous, all of them, and I love each and every one of their black little hearts,
Yeah.
but I really think that...
You're right. I'm sorry. Broken in, I should have heard that. I think breaking in to other people's property. I
Too
hate
late
myself.
now.
You see, now the world knows she's
Becky and
smarter
Bill,
than I
Sherri
am.
and Mickey split that in half. We're coming back in a moment. Now we have a nice close game, the $300 question. What would you do, fellas? Let them stay or kick them out?
Blank. 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 Blanking. Blank.
Buzzers blank in the new year with Match Game. New Year's Eve on Buzzer.
You're tied with 125. Bill, you have 200, so anyone can win.
We're still on the last question. Will you stop interrupting?
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait till you hear this one. No, you gotta hear this one, because this is a good one. Men, you've all been listening to each other's opinions on love, marriage, and life in general, correct?
Yes.
If you had to consult one of these other couples about a marital problem, which couple would you consult? I like that. Go think it over, gang, and we'll find out here. Okay, now you've been together now for the last 5 shows, and Sherri, what do you think? What couple will Mickey say you'd go to if you were having marital problems to help out?
I think Mickey would go to Alan and Betty.
Think so? Why do you think
he thinks that anybody younger than him is stupid. No, I'm not talking about me. He thinks that anybody young hasn't lived long enough to know the correct answer, so he would go to someone older.
I see.
What did I say?
I don't know if that started out to be a compliment, ended up didn't be one, did it? Went the other way.
Thank you, I think.
Yes, right. You say Betty and Alan, right? Okay, here comes Mickey.
Oh, no, I'm talking about me, not Mickey.
No, I'm asking Mickey.
Oh, I know.
What's he going to say? Do you think he'll say the same thing?
No, he will say that.
Yeah.
No, I meant that I'm going to get in deeper trouble. I'm going to keep quiet.
Okay, your answer's the same, though.
Yeah.
Here he comes. I know it's Mickey, we've asked you now about which other couple you'd go to if you were having a marital problem. Which couple would you consult?
Well, generally, I don't trust people who turn their lights out when they go to bed. But in this case, I'll bow to experience and age, and I'll take my buddy here, Alan.
Alan and Betty. That's what the lady said. You got I tell you what, Betty, maybe we can have this snipped out of the tape. You don't have to worry about this part of the show if you'd like.
No, listen, it's fine with me. We've just got them fooled. Us kids don't know nothing.
Thank you, Mickey. Betty, what's Alan going to say? What other couple? Can't be you, obviously.
No, obviously, for many reasons. No, I would say, much as I would like to go with the older couple. No, honey, I think really the swingingest answers, and we need all the help we can get. I think we'd go to probably Bill.
Really?
I think we go to the Anderson.
Becky
I really
and
think
Bill.
so. I think so.
You think they've been
we
giving
go to
swinging?
Shecky and Bill. What?
Shecky and Bill.
Yeah.
You've been giving swinging answers? You think they have been kind of
No,
swinging?
but I just think they have a rather free outlook on life that wouldn't hurt us. We might even wind up, dimming the lights.
It's all an act. It's all an act.
Is that what it is?
It isn't. It isn't the way it is. Put a dimmer on that light switch.
Put a dimmer on a light switch.
Yeah. Whoops. Here he comes now. You'll say Becky and Bill. Alan.
Oh, it's me.
You've been listening to each other's opinions of love and marriage and
Yeah.
life in general.
Yeah.
If you had to consult one of these other couples about a marital problem, which couple would you consult?
Well, I have a great respect for both of them, you know that, and I
Yes.
think I would go to the couple with the most years inside, and that would necessarily mean Mr. Spelane and Mrs.
No, that's not what Betty said.
What's the matter with her?
I don't know. She said.
Ask Mr. Spelane.
I took him.
What did your wife think?
She went along with me.
Oh.
She said you, but now you pick them. All right, because Betty said Becky and Bill. Okay?
Well, she just likes young people.
I guess that's it. Becky, what do you think? What's Bill going to say? This is the side of the game, by the way. If you get this, you win. If not, Sherri and Mickey come up and get it.
I think he's probably going to say Betty and Alan.
Think so?
Think so? I don't know why. I know that he likes Betty a great deal.
Yeah. Well, so everybody likes Betty.
He has met Betty before. He's known Betty.
Okay, you'll say it's Betty and Alan. Here comes Bill, and this will decide it. Not a word now. Don't give it away. Bill, this will decide the game, sir. If you had to consult one of these other couples here about a marital problem, which couple would you consult?
First, I would consult you because you promised you'd get some country music in these earphones.
I'm sorry. We're going to work on it.
And after that, I think Alan and Betty.
That's it. You got it. Becky, Bill, and Sherri and Mickey win. Split the pot in half. However, time is up. The red section wins it. Yes, you won it. We'll come back in a moment and give the red section all their money. See you after this message for you. The red section with Becky and Bill, $350. We had $1,000. The red section will divide $1,350. Thank you all. You were all lovely. Thank you for being with us. And thank you for being with us, too. Bert Thomas saying so on. See you next time on Tattletales. Goodbye.
This is Gene Wood speaking for Tattletales. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.
I love to play games.
Which would you rather do? Swallow a goldfish or streak?
I'd streak.
Tattletales, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 1:30 p.m. Pacific.
You know that show Tattletales? The one where famous celebrity couples reveal their deepest, darkest secrets on Game Show Network? It's crazy. Well, you should hear the stuff they actually say. Just the other day, Meg Ryan's on-screen partner Frank Runyon admitted he got turned on during their love scenes. Well, Tattletales is so great. I told my girlfriend Beth about it. Well, she told two friends who told two friends, and so on and so on. And now, Tattletales on Game Show Network isn't such a secret anymore.
The secret is out. Watch Tattletales at 1:30 p.m. Eastern every day.
Mr. Bill Shatner and his wife, Marcy Lafferty Shatner. Zsa Zsa Gabor and her husband, Mr. Jack Ryan. Mr. George Hamilton and his wife, Alana. Joan Collins and her husband, Mr. Ron Cass.
Nothing breaks up a marriage like a tattletale. Weekdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, only on Game Show Network.
Bill Shatner and his wife, Marcy Lafferty Shatner. Zsa Zsa Gabor and her husband, Mr. Jack Ryan. George Hamilton and his wife, Alana. Joan Collins and her husband, Mr. Ron Cass. Chuck Woolery and Joanne Flew.
Nothing breaks up a marriage like a tattletale. Tattletales, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on Game Show Network.